Hi, it's Bronwyn from Rap. Compression is such a big topic, and today I want to show you a really great technique to create your own multiband compressor, especially for mastering applications. Now, very simply, a single band compressor processes the entire frequency range of the audio signal, where a multiband compressor will separate the spectrum of the audio signal into several frequency bands, each of which can then be compressed individually. A multiband compressor is a really great option to have when you're mastering, as sometimes you need to deal with, let's say, a kick or a snare that's been mixed a little bit too loud in the overall mix. And using a single band compressor will basically affect the entire mix. So being able to split the mix into different frequency bands and then compressing each specific band, it'll help you to tame and even possibly resolve those issues. Most multiband compressors are plugins that you need to purchase. So today, I'm going to show you how to make a multiband compressor using the standard plugins that come with most DAWs. And the DAW I'm using today is Pro Tools 2021. I've been working on a track called On My Own. It's by the Too Deep label from the sample pack Billy 3 and available at rloops.com. I've gone ahead and imported it into my session. What you need to do now is you need to duplicate this track, and you want to make 3 duplicate channels. Right, on the first one, let's rename it low. Then I'm going to, on the next duplicate, call it mid. And on the third one, I'm going to call it high. What we need to do is I'm just going to mute that original. Right, on the low channel, I'm going to add in an equalizer, and I'm just going to choose the EQ3, the 7 band, and I want to add in the low pass filter, and I want to set that low pass filter to say around about 120 hertz. Right, I'm going to make that slope quite steep. Let's just actually make it a bit accurate, put it in at 120, and I'm going to click it in. So I now have a low pass filter at 120 hertz with a nice steep roll off. Right, the next thing I'm going to do is go to my high channel, and this time around I'm going to insert the same equalizer, but at 8,000 hertz or 8 kilohertz. I'm going to put in a high pass filter, and again I'm going to make the slope nice and steep. Right, and then on my mids, I'm going to place in, again, exactly the same EQ. This time around, I'm going to swap it. I'm going to put in a high-pass filter at 120 hertz. And again, nice and steep. And then I'm going to put in a low-pass filter at 8,000 hertz. Right. And again, a nice steep filter. So you can see that what I've got left here is the mids, and what I've got left playing over here is the lows, and what I've got on my high channel over here is my highs that are playing. Everything else has been turned down. So if we listen to the original.
Wish they would come, 'cause I'm on my bed, still waiting for you to meet nothing else. Stay out.
Right, and if we mute that and play all 3 of the duplicate channels with their filters in.
Wish they would come, 'cause I'm on my bed, still waiting for you to meet nothing.
All right, so when you play all 3 tracks together, they sound identical to the original, but if we now go and we play them separately, we'll hear the different frequency bands that have been filtered. So, for example, hear the lows. Right, and this is the mids.
Wish they would come, 'cause I'm on my bed, still waiting for you.
And then, of course, we have the highs. All right, fantastic. So you get the idea. Now, what you need to do is add in a compressor onto each of those duplicate channels. So I'm going to add in again the identical compressor for each. And I'm just going to use this one, which is a box standard for Pro Tools. And I've got a lot of control and flexibility. I've got control over the threshold, the ratio, the release and the attack times, as well as my gain. And I've got a nice knee here as well. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to copy over. And now I have the power to control the dynamics of each frequency band independently, and I can shape the sound dynamically. This is really powerful as a dynamic EQ option. I've just gone ahead and I've actually put in some interesting presets. So let me just quickly dial that in. We're looking for the low, and I'm going to dial in the preset that I used for my mids. And here's the preset that I used for my highs. I'll show you those in a minute and we'll have a listen to it as well. So here's my highs. Right, and we have a look. The lows, let's have a listen. Bypass it first. All right, I'm going to switch it in now. All right, fantastic. Now let's have a listen to the mids. Again, I'm just going to bypass for now.
Which day you come, 'cause I'm on my bed, still waiting for you to meet maintenance. Stay outside, I will run from my home. Anyway, better than inside alone.
All right, so you can hear the compressor working a little bit, especially in that mid-range. Okay, now let's have a listen to what was done with the highs. Right, so when we put them all together, this is what we're going to get.
Which day you come, 'cause I'm on my bed, still waiting for you to meet maintenance. Stay outside, I will run from my home. Anyway, better than inside alone.
Right, so I just took away that mid compression and you could hear a really big difference. Let's have a listen again.
Which day you come, 'cause I'm on my bed, still waiting for you to meet maintenance. Stay outside, I will run from my home. Anyway, better than inside alone.
Right, let's have a listen to what happens when we do the same thing, bypass the highs.
Which day you come, 'cause I'm on my bed, still waiting for you to meet maintenance. Stay outside, I will run from my home.
All right, let's go back and have a listen to the original.
Which day you come, 'cause I'm on my bed, still waiting for you to meet maintenance. Stay outside, I will run from my home. Anyway, better.
Right, and let's listen to the DIY multiband compressor.
Which day you come, 'cause I'm on my bed, still waiting for you to meet maintenance. Stay outside, I will run from my home. Anyway, better than inside alone. Guys, I need your hand on my shoulder. You wanna do it, don't you, babe? Everything around is so
And there you go, your very own multiband compressor. So easy to do. I hope that you have a lot of fun and that it inspires you to get a little bit creative and apply it to your mastering, even apply it to your mixing as well. Just be cautious as per usual with your settings. But then again, experimentation is key. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you again next time.
Wish that you come, 'cause I'm on my bed, still waiting for you to meet nothing else. Stay outside, I would run from my home. Anyway, better than inside alone on my own. Guys, I need your hand on my shoulder. You wanna do it, don't you, babe? Everything around is so annoying. Anyway, better than inside